Welcome back, everyone, to Final Fantasy VII, and now we are heading back home.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Smoke weed.
No. We're not doing that again.
Smoke weed every day. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Smoke weed. Smoke weed every day.
Oh, God, yes.
Hey, any of you here got a joint to pass around? Oh, God. Anyway.
Does Barrett smoke? I know Sid smokes. Does Barrett smoke?
No.
Oh, fuck.
God
damn it.
I know he drinks. I mean, he owns a bar. So.
That's not Barrett's bar.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
like, he owns the bar, doesn't he?
No. He doesn't own the bar.
Who owns the bar? Tifa?
Tifa. Yeah, Tifa owns the bar.
Huh. I thought Barrett owned the bar and then Tifa. And it was just Tifa working there.
Nope. Tifa's bar.
Huh. How about that?
Yes.
Even with the Popeye models and whatnot, I'm sorry, that little shrug Cloud made was still pretty damn hilarious.
This is why I love Cloud so much. I mean, it's like, Cloud, I'm gonna say, he's not my favorite Final Fantasy protagonist. That honor actually goes to Zidane from Final Fantasy IX. But Cloud is definitely number 2, and I just love how, like, especially in the beginning, he can be such a smartass. I love it. That's why it's like that's why it kind of irks me whenever I hear people like they say, like, they talk bad about him, saying like, oh, he's just this emo punk tard and stuff, and it's like, really, their only their only experience with the character is Advent Children and probably Kingdom Hearts. And it's like, if you actually play Final Fantasy VII, Cloud's very different. There is a point in the game that he does, go through his emo punk tard phase, but it is very, very brief. Other than that, it's like, he's a smartass in the beginning. We do see later on, like, he's very much like a compassionate guy. He's very heroic, very brave. It's like, you want to talk about an emo punk tard protagonist in the Final Fantasy VII series? Not in the Final Fantasy VII series. In Final Fantasy? Go play Final Fantasy VIII and experience Squall. Then come talk to me about emo heroes.
I also want to say, I love the character animation thrown around this scene alone. Like, we saw Barrett, who, when he kind of just threw himself into the seat, landed his arms back, and then crossed his legs, and kind of just like, rocking his foot around. That's really good character animation. That's showing that he's just relaxing. Like,
oh yeah,
but it's like
mission accomplished.
But you even see, like, but even if you look in the back, like, if you see, like, the hobo, you see he's just kind of, like, laying there. Occasionally he's leaning up to look at what's going on. I mean, this game is full of those kinds of subtle details with even the background characters.
Yeah.
So now Jesse's just kind of giving Cloud, like, a little history lesson, I guess, if you want to call it, about, the makeup of Midgar. Because Midgar, there's the upper city, and then there's the slums. Basically, try to think, if you can, the upper city is literally there on massive plates, and they're suspended in the air. So pretty much, like, that's where, like, you're wealthy and probably middle class, or, like, high-end middle class. They're all on the plates. The lower class people, they're all in the slums down below, so all the pollution from the Mako reactors and everything is pretty much being sent down in there. So, yeah, slums not exactly the best place to be.
I was about to make a joke. I can't say it. I can't do it.
Do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Don't leave us hanging.
I can't do it.
Pussy! Wow, that's a really cool map. What else is on here? Wait, Punch-Out? Oh, shit!
What? Oh, because of the wireframe?
Oh, I get it.
God damn it. Anyway.
So this is like what Barrett is saying. the people in the slums, I mean, they don't even get a view of the sky. I mean, you look up, all you see is the plate. So, I mean, that's like, yeah, not very good. Actually, in Crisis Core, if we want to start getting into Crisis Core, one of the characters that we actually meet in, like, I think the next episode, Aerith, in Crisis Core, she actually brings up that, because she had lived in the slums for most of her life, she's never seen the sky, and she actually was afraid because she didn't know what the sky was. And, and that was when we meet up with another character, the protagonist of Crisis Core, Zack. He starts telling her about what life is like, outside of the city, what it's like on the outside of the slums, what it's on the plate, what the sky looks like. And that's actually one of the ways that the two of them actually bonded. And then we get a nice little cutscene. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is full of these kinds of cutscenes. Like, even if there's, like, no characters present, there are the majority of the cutscenes, it's all pretty much it's all world building.
Yeah.
It's all show the scenery, like, where we're at or what we're going into.
Yeah.
Almost gives me some On-World Abe's Exodus vibes.
It's even more fascinating to see, like just how well built these cutscenes were, considering the time. Back then, I would say that, I guess compared to the times anyway, the CG here is probably on par with what Toy Story gave us when that first came out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like, look at the CG in this game and compare that to something like Apocalypse that Ryan was Let's Playing, and compare that to the CG in Apocalypse, and it's like you can clearly see in Apocalypse, like, they just did not give a shit about their animation.
No, they did not. Here, okay, they give the characters, Popeye models and all of that, yet they're able to animate those, really damn good. Apocalypse, they pretty much made, if I may quote Slowbee from Retsu they practically made a sex doll out of Bruce Willis, and yet they couldn't even animate that! I mean, it's like, what the fuck?
Well, that's disturbing.
What an interesting description.
Yeah, that's pretty disturbing. You should feel ashamed of yourself.
But it's true, though. Shut up. You don't need to tell me if you're bad. You weren't there. God.
Wait, hold on. I never noticed that piece of dialogue. Was Barrett teasing Cloud about Tifa?
Yeah, he was.
How did I never notice that piece of dialogue before? Huh?
Wait, I missed the dialogue. What did it say again?
If you run up to the bar quickly, if you see where, after Barrett kicked everybody out, you'll see Tifa. She kind of comes out and does, she bows in respect, saying, sorry everyone, Japanese thing. If you actually talk to Barrett while she's out there, outside of the bar, that's actually what gets that dialogue prompt.
Wait, what did it say?
He's like, hey, you want to meet your little baby?
Wow.
And you can have Cloud go, wait, little baby, or out of my way? And I had him go out of my way, and Barrett's like, hey, just calm down.
Wow. Okay.
Now, here's another interesting dialogue thing. So, this game has date mechanics. And by that, I mean Cloud, at a later part in the game, can actually go on a date with a female character. And
or a male character. Cloud
But
both ways.
Either way, there's certain things, if you pick certain dialogues or do certain actions, is what obviously, will bring up, it'll raise or decrease points with specific characters. When we met Aerith in the last video, if you buy a flower from her, that obviously is a point towards Aerith. But if you've bought the flower, you can actually have an option. Do you want to give it to Tifa or do you want to give it to Marlene? If you give it to Tifa, which was what I did, of course this raises points for Tifa. If you give it to Marlene, it raises a point for Barrett.
Well, yeah, because what's going to be shown right here, this little girl, Marlene, is Barrett's daughter.
Yep. And she is aggressively cute.
We should probably put a spoiler disclaimer somewhere along these videos at some point.
Well, if people are watching, I mean,
I mean, for the sake of the people who haven't played Final Fantasy VII or don't even know what Final Fantasy VII is.
Don't worry. Okay, so another date specific cutscene here. So you can go down. If you go down on the pinball machine, that continues the storyline. But if you talk to Tifa, where she says you want something to drink, give me something hard, that's a point towards Tifa. It's those kinds of things. It's those kinds of dialogue choices and actions that really determine this. And, plus you get some unique dialogue as well. So of course I'm going to do it. Because I want to try and give off as much of the dialogue as possible. Get to really know the characters.
Oh. God damn it, Cloud, just in it for the money, aren't you?
Well, that's just the world building. Like
it's a living.
Of course, Cloud has to start off as an asshole. We have to wait for him to character develop.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I figured as much. I'm just implying that, in this case, he's doing a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, well, because, pretty much like what they were saying in the first part, Cloud, he was part of this group called Soldier. Soldier, pretty much as the name implies, they're Shinra's, super soldiers. These are the guys that usually go out to war and do dangerous missions and such. And Cloud left them, and now he's with Avalanche, so he's pretty much with Avalanche. He's basically doing mercenary work. So that's why he's more focused about, look, you tell me what to do, I don't give a shit, just as long as I get paid.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of imagine what it's like to be punching with that gun arm. I can imagine the sandbag just having tons of bullet holes in it.
He hits the punching bag and then there's like a barrage of bullets just shoots out of his gun for like a split second. Oh, Jesus!
I just want to see like when Barrett over abuses his gun arm, it just discharging at random points.
I just want to say I love that animation. Like he goes to punch Biggs to get him off of him, and you see Biggs literally fly into the camera. So it's I love little animations like that. I mean, it's cartoony, but goddammit, it's enjoyable. It's actually I'm really curious as to how that's going to translate over into the remake. Is he still going to punch Big so goddamn hard that he's literally going to fly into the ceiling?
Or maybe he will hit you some fourth wall-y camera that just happens to be standing there.
Right, that. I'm really curious as to how that's going to translate over.
Just in general, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with some of the more comedic parts. There's a part in particular later on that I'll wait till we get to that I'll bring up that I can't wait to see what they do in the HD remaster.
They have confirmed a couple of things that will be showing up in the remake. I will get to them naturally when we get to them. And we're about to get some little bit more backstory behind Cloud and Tifa, because these two are childhood friends.
You know what that means. If you're childhood friends, you're destined for each other.
Yes. Yes. Make it happen.
Yeah, it's ask Final Fantasy VII fans, and it's the fandom from what I've found has been pretty divided. It's you either ship Cloud with Aerith, or you ship Cloud with Tifa. I'm personally a Cloud and Tifa shipper. I loved Aerith and Zack together, but that's just me.
Yes, they did it. Yes, the two go... Oh, fuck. Fucking stutter. Joke abort.
So now we get a very adorable flashback with the two of them.
Oh. Oh, hey, here's a wishing well. Make a wish.
Oh, isn't this flashback kind of breaking the fourth wall?
How so?
Well, they're reminiscing.
Well, I know. But she was like, "Look, the well." It's isn't this kind of breaking the fourth wall?
Probably in.
I won't say where, but this area that specifically that they're in this flashback is in a completely different area.
Oh yeah, this is their hometown. I mean, they're kids here. I mean. I think by this point, I think Cloud is 12 or something. I mean, they're still little kids.
12. How old are they currently?
I think so. Cloud is 21.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, I can never tell with these Japanese designs whether they're like actually adults or just adult-looking teenagers.
You mean like Bleach and Ichigo? How he's 16? I don't buy that.
Just Japanese shit in general.
No, the people in this game actually do look their ages.
Okay.
And I just love it. It's like Cloud's got a little ponytail. It's like, I love it. He's still got the spiky bangs, but he's got a ponytail.
Also, just to remind everybody, Polka and her Troll Sonata is 14.
Fuck you, she's 8.
Just couldn't let it go, could you?
You know what? Actually, you Danny, you bring up how Cloud has a ponytail. I imagine the reason why they had to tie it up like that is because his hair was way too spiky and it kept poking people's eye out, so they had to like pull it back to avoid that from happening.
Oh yes, it's like I said, like I mentioned in the last video, Tetsuya Nomura was responsible for the character designs, and I mean, it's very obvious these are more based on anime tropes, whereas in later entries, like starting with Final Fantasy VIII, really, is when they started trying to go for a more realistic approach. But, this was back where, Cloud had the spiky hair, but this was before they decided we must have belts and zippers covering their entire body. The typical stuff that everybody keeps talking about, but it's like, there's kind of a point to it, because he keeps doing it!
Oh my god, Cloud made a promise to Tifa that he would be her hero! Make that shit happen!
Not sure why Barrett felt inclined to climb the thing instead of actually using the pinball machine, but okay.
How did he climb it when he... unless he's just really good at climbing with one arm, but it clearly showed him using both arms there. What was he grabbing onto with the gun arm?
I have no
clue. Does the gun arm just have, hidden magnets in it so that way he can grab onto metal?
That would be pretty damn awesome, actually. A magnetic Gatling gun.
Alrighty, so we got paid. We've got 1,500 gil.
Hey.
Nice.
Yep, so gil is our game's currency.
Does that stand for anything, or is it just called that for?
It's just called gil.
Gil actually is that actually does it's the name of the currency, but the name itself, if I recall correctly, actually harkens back to Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah. Also, Barrett's theme.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Marlene? Wait, is Marlene shaking drinks back there?
Yes.
The fuck?
Yes, we have a 4-year-old manning the bar.
I just be sure to leave the 4-year-old with the gun.
Best bar ever.
Oh god damn it! And there goes the first Machine of Bridge reference.
Oh god damn it! Fuck!
Well,
they did do that, didn't they? Shit.
Yeah, it's kind of that's kind of the unfortunate thing. It's like you can never do a Persona 4 Let's Play or a stream for that matter without somebody bringing up that comic dub.
Yeah.
It's gonna be impossible to go through this Let's Play without bringing up the Machine Abridged at some point.
Yep, I know.
From this point forward, I will try my damn hardest to prevent that.
No, it's already too late. It's already too late. If we don't do it, the comments will.
Oh, yeah, right.
Alrighty,
not with that attitude. You're
okay,
like the rapper, and you gotta believe. Anyway.
Okay, so I'm going through. I'm just showing off this tutorial. Just for the benefit of the audience. They're basically talking about materia. Materia is basically the crystals in this game. You will be running around and finding either in shops or just laying around out in the open or in treasure chests. Materia is basically what gives you your various battle commands. So, magic, specific commands, passive abilities, passive commands. It's all derived through the materia. Any materia that is colored green is magic. Anything that is colored yellow is called command magic. So this is where like enemy skill. So if you want someone to be able to do enemy skills, they have to equip that specific materia. If you see a blue materia, it's called support. That will do, like when you link a support materia with another one, it may do something unique to that spell. And lastly, we have independent materia that is like a purplish pinkish color. And that kind of does like that's more like passive abilities. Things like it may raise your hit points, or it may raise your magic points, or it'll lure chocobos, that kind of stuff.
Or my personal favorite, counterattack.
Right. And so you'll notice that with the equipment that everybody has, they have all these different slots. So naturally, if there's anything with a slot in it, a materia can go in there. If you see two slots that are linked together, that means you can do you can put together a magic and a and a support, for example. So I mean, this is like I could equip like a basic combination. Restore materia linked with the all materia gives you the ability to heal everybody in the party instead of just healing one person. That's like the most basic example, but it's probably the staple that you're going to want to use. And some ability, like some equipment, normally there's like, I guess what you would call normal materia growth. So when you go through each combat, you get points. And if it's normal, like say for example, if I fight an enemy that gives me like 10 ability points, then that means that materia gets 10 points, and the more points you get, naturally this means you'll be able to unlock new abilities. Sometimes you may come across equipment that may double those points. Cloud is one of the few characters that actually has weapons that offers triple growth. And sometimes you may come across weapons that flat out don't give growth at all. So you've got to pay attention to whatever weapons you've got equipped and really take advantage of that when it comes to developing your materia.
Albeit though, if I remember correctly, the weapons that don't give you materia growth are actually really make up for it by being really powerful.
That they do. So at this point I'm just stocking up, getting updated equipment and everything. And as you can see, we have Tifa in the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of... I personally like to kind of like give everybody a little bit of materia in the beginning. I like to give Tifa the healing materia, and I usually like to give Barrett fire and keep ice and lightning on Cloud. That's just how I like to start out.
Oh no, that bouncing question mark. Oh, or save point. Oh, okay.
Was there any reason why I was bouncing like that?
It's alive! It's alive!
I think it's just to grab your attention, Like, pretty much, I mean, everything here is all tutorial. So it's like, okay, you want to learn how to fight, you want to learn how to save, you want to learn about this, this, and this, you go talk to these people. And, yeah, I missed a free all materia.
Oh, no.
Because I am a dumbass scrub.
Oh.
But that's okay. We'll get another one.
And they just passed out.
That's one less one that you'll have.
What?
I have no idea what happened there. These people they just said like we've had enough, and then they collapsed. So it's like did they punch each other? Did they kill each other? It's like this is a direct translation issue. I have no idea what happened with those people, but they're just gonna lay out in the streets.
Sounds like
oh shit! Those two just suddenly had a heart attack at the same time. What's going on?
Yeah, sounds like they're drunk.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's like if they were drunk, it's like, god damn, what have they been drinking? And can I have some?
Who's Barrett talking to?
This guy.
Yeah, he's like, hey, wait, did you say something? He's just being, Mr. T over here. And make no mistake, that is what Barrett is modeled after. He is modeled after Mr. T, like both in design and in attitude.
And in voice.
Pretty much.
It's like, you don't give him no back talk.
Wow.
Oh.
Nope, we're just heading out.
Oh, for a second, I thought someone, like, sounded the alarm.
Nope, that was just a train whistle.
Alright, okay.
Yep, so before we were in Sector 1, that was where the reactor was that we blew up. So now we're heading over to Sector 5. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why we went from 1 to 5, but whatever.
So I guess while they're taking their luxury train ride, so I guess at the time of this recording, Danny has recently moved into a new apartment.
That I did. That's actually one of the reasons why this took so long to get started. Because I did promise about 2 weeks after Eternal Sonata is when this Let's Play would start. And during that time, yeah, I've moved into a new apartment, so yeah, that's all going good. And then literally, right after I moved, I got sick! So that also delayed things. And then when I recovered, Easter happened! So, you know, of course, everybody's busy doing stuff with their families and everything, because, you know, Easter weekend. So it's like, that's pretty much why I went from a 2-week hiatus to, like, what, 3-4 week?
Just about.
But, better late than never.
After this recording, it is that time of the year.
Lockdown.
In fact, hell, even my sciences are starting to act up a little bit.
Yeah, so at this point, yeah, pretty much, the alarm is going off. They've pretty much like what Jessie said earlier. She said that Shinra, they kind of have like this, they have a system that they scan all the cars and they scan like all the IDs on everybody, and, you know, if they register into the system, they're good. But if no one registers, then we go into lockdown, which is what's happening here. So pretty much we have to go through every car. You gotta pretty much go to the next car before the time runs out. And I can never get around that guy.
Just knock him over?
No, the guy that was walking towards you, if you're lucky, you can actually run around him and he will not pickpocket you. But you
can go back to get your stuff back, can't you?
No. I think he steals like 15 gil or something. I mean, it's chump change.
I swear if you...
It's still my money.
I swear if you talk to him after he pickpockets you, you can get your stuff back.
Well, you're kind of pressed for time.
Well, I know that's kind of the challenge behind it, but I swear you can do that. I think I did it before. I'm pretty sure you can talk to him and get your stuff back.
Yeah, but regardless, it's, you know, you just gotta go from one car to another until you get to the end here.
You know, we have these shady fuckers right here.
It's like, yep, we're just gonna jump off the train.
Well, hopefully we don't break any bones by the time we jump off.
Dude, let's like check out the balls on Tifa. She's the first one to jump.
Oh, that Tifa.
Oh gosh, actually, you know what? So speaking of Danny getting her own apartment, so like my girlfriend and I have decided on a plan for us two to get an apartment like at the end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell this Rabbit King story in the next part, I guess.
Okay.
All right.